no one is safe. Bed bugs are spreading in the most unexpected places.
Right when we thought the COVID pandemic was over, we get ourselves into a bed bug epidemic.
Before you book your next vacation, you'll want to watch this video. Let's unravel the social media panic and talk about the most hated insects in the world. When your loved ones told you to sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite, they didn't mean dust mites. These are blood-sucking insects that will feed on you for 5 to 10 minutes before running away, and they're a multiplying nightmare.
Bedbugs are absolutely terrifying. These bedbugs have been living off the skin in this bag for more than a month, and they are thriving. They are living, they are procreating, and they are even resorting to cannibalism to continue to be alive. So do everything in your power to avoid bedbugs in your house.
We'll go over just how terrifying these bugs are later in the video, but first, let's dive into the news. Over the past few months, many people have shared video evidence of bedbugs, primarily in Paris. TikToker Jihoon traveled for the Louis Vuitton show in early October and shared clusters and rows of bites in the typical breakfast-lunch-dinner pattern.
What the hell? It's all over my leg, and the other leg as well. It's so freaking itchy, and I've been checking all my bags to make sure I don't carry any of them home, guys.
TikToker Wanderlustful Rosie shared a video from her July trip, revealing bedbugs hiding on the seams of her hotel pillow. Also in July, a Twitter user shared a photo of a mattress labeled Punaises de lit, or bedbugs, sitting in the streets of Paris. TikToker Jimmy Visits World shared a video from his January trip, revealing he hired a dog sniffer to locate the bedbugs, which traced back to a mattress in the Airbnb. Then there was a viral video with over 8 million views showing Paris's 9th district littered with mattresses in early October, which some allegedly had signs telling people not to touch them. But what took this story from simply unlucky to jaw-dropping is what came next. Bedbugs in bus 254, Saint-Denis en Haine. In Niceau 6 too, the bedbugs are out. Here on bus 14, Chêne vers Vauban. Bedbug in RERC, direction Elba. Yep, the terrifying insects are riding public transit too. Something passengers collectively looked out for, as seen in this video from October 6th, when a crowd formed to inspect a bedbug on a seat in RERB, a regional train line in Paris. Which means they're likely traveling with some people to their destination, as one person reported seeing a bedbug in a university classroom in Nanterre. And don't think you can escape them during your leisure time, one Parisian reported in late August. UGC cinemas of Bercy Village are infested with bedbugs. Be careful, the cinema management does not treat the rooms, causing one Parisian to completely stop going to theaters in late September.
And I love going to movie theaters. Have not been in a minute.
According to CNN, bedbugs have also been spotted at the Charles de Gaulle airport. Things got so bad that 7 schools were forced to shut down after detecting the pests. All this news caught the attention of mainstream media.
The city of love has turned into the city of bedbugs.
An invasion of bedbugs.
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 And social media, with many checking seats on public transit before sitting down. Others opted to stand the entire ride despite the available seats. One person took the extra steps to shield themselves by covering the seats with newspapers, while another took a psychological hit, reporting suddenly feeling itchy. A few social media users also began shaming influencers for their behavior in Paris or traveling there altogether. One person even boldly wrote, "Ban the French from traveling immediately." But it was already too late. See, it was Paris Fashion Week during September 25th to October 3rd, an opportunity for industry fashion leaders, models, influencers, and fans alike to come together to celebrate fashion. And with that, flights and hotels were already booked far in advance. A viral video by TikToker Jocelyn offered a theory on the likely aftermath of this prestigious event.
Here's how I think the whole bedbug thing is gonna play out. Bedbug infestation in Paris. Paris Fashion Week is over. People come back to the States from Paris, most likely to New York and LA. That's both coasts covered already.
It wouldn't be long before a number of people reported these pests outside of Paris, or as one Redditor put it, "And so it begins," while showing off a bedbug held at Blade Point in London. On October 7th, another London citizen filmed a bedbug crawling on their leg on the Victoria Line. On the same train on October 11th, some frightened passengers took matters into their own hands after encountering the pests. Another person shared evidence of bedbugs making their way into London households. And they've also been spotted in the US and Canada. 2 infestations of inch-deep bedbugs were found in Arizona. A bedbug was spotted crawling on the seats of Toronto's TTC subway. All this panic leaves one burning question. Where are they coming from? Is France really responsible for bedbugs? The truth is, bedbugs are everywhere. According to a 2022 scientific review, there has been a global resurgence in bedbugs in the last 2 decades. And if you're curious whether they're in your city, you can find mapping reports of bedbugs all over the internet, such as this USA map. But there's no doubt France is a hotbed for these pests. After all, Paris is the most visited city in the world. In fact, approximately 11% of French households had an outbreak between 2017 and 2022, according to a survey by the ANSES. So, if bedbugs are common, why all the news about them now? Well, as we know, Paris Fashion Week recently ended, but another much-anticipated event is coming up that will have many guests attending from around the world.
Paris is enduring a bedbug infestation at a terrible time, months before it's set to host the 2024 Olympics.
And, of course, social media's powerful role in exposing anything has made the public more aware of their surroundings. But above all else, bedbugs are one of the most hated insects for a reason, an issue hundreds of people had with a viral tweet viewed over 10 million times when someone wrote, "You guys know that bedbugs are harmless, right?" Shocked, the public countered, "Did a bedbug tweet this?" A bedbug infestation is the scariest ever. I worked on bedbugs for over 10 years. Kindly, this person has no idea what the they're talking about. The common consensus was clear. I had bedbugs once and wouldn't wish them on anyone. While the original poster backed their argument with a YouTube video showing one man having no reaction, no bumps or itchiness from bedbugs, this isn't necessarily true for everyone. According to the CDC, reactions can range from no visible bite to a small bump to a serious allergic reaction. As one Twitter user claimed their patient was sent to the hospital on IV antibiotics to treat the infection. While their bites aren't as dangerous as ticks or other virus-carrying insects, bedbugs still come with their own range of issues. Bedbugs broke me. They stole 8 months of my life. I couldn't sleep because I was so paranoid about being bitten. The bites would itch for weeks, and even after they healed, I had phantom itching. It was hell. Had to cook my throw a ton of stuff away, break my lease, sue my landlord. The bites will keep you from sleeping, and it stings like touching a hot iron. The constant itching, the lethargy from low iron levels, that ever-present smell of stale blood, always checking clothes to try not to bring the things to work. On top of that, if you care about your friends and family, it is the right decision to not see or visit them after all. Your social life will become quite damaged for several months or maybe more, depending on how long the treatment takes and how paranoid you are. Many people took desperate measures to escape their bites. Peak was trying to sleep, curled up in a chair in the middle of the room with the lights on. I tried completely covering myself when I slept. I kept my logger boots on, pants tucked into them, a shirt tucked into the pants, and a sweatshirt, hood closed as tight as possible, folding the sleeves in my hands to hold them shut, lights on. At least a couple each night would make it through, generally around my neck and wrists. Not to mention the embarrassing presence they create when you have visitors over. Imagine a guy takes you back to his place and things are going well, and then you notice he has bugs in his bed. His bed is filled with bugs. They're crawling through his pillows and out of his boxers, and there's bugs on everything. And he goes, they're literally harmless, LOL, but okay. And getting rid of them is a whole other mission. I've battled them for the better part of the last 4 years, using my paychecks on insecticides. It took nearly 3 months of spraying my room with the foulest chemical known to mankind and washing all clothes in the house in hot water to get rid of them. And fumigation isn't even guaranteed. I lived in an apartment at the time and it relied on neighbors getting rid of their furniture. They didn't, so the bugs came back. Scariest part of this isn't even the mattress. It's where they hide outside of that. The thought that these bugs could be anywhere and restart the infestation all over again is so mentally exhausting. Then there was the claim, a bedbug infestation will make you lose your I mean, your mental health will go to One person reported becoming a fully fledged insomniac. Another wanted to end their life at the time. Some still have nightmares. Some still wake up in a cold sweat searching for the insects. And others still have their bedbug scars from many years ago. Bedbug trauma is real. Medical entomologist Jerome Goddard released a research paper revealing 81% of bedbug victims reported negative mental health after effects, such as nightmares, flashbacks, hypervigilance to keep the bugs away, insomnia, anxiety, avoidance behaviors, and personal dysfunction. Symptoms Goddard said are suggestive of PTSD. On top of that, there are bedbug horror stories. Recently, in April 2023, a man in custody at the Fulton County Jail that passed away was reportedly eaten alive by lice and bedbugs while his cell was covered in filth. His family said they couldn't even recognize him, and the pictures are too heartbreaking to show. However, most people are not living in a filthy cell or getting attacked by lice at the same time. Still, if an infestation gets bad enough, being eaten alive is not far off. Back in 2018, a Redditor's bedbug experience was so awful, she mistook it for relationship mistreatment. She was experiencing unexplained blackouts, memory gaps after dates with her partner, and discovered red bumps resembling infected needle marks on her body. She was even losing sleep and sleepwalking. Paranoid, she suspected her doctor boyfriend was secretly giving her narcotics. But it turned out the red bumps were bedbug bites, and she was actually experiencing exhaustion and loss of blood from a bedbug infestation. An absolutely wild old story because at the time she was so convinced, writing, "Is there a way to have blood work done to see what kind of narcotic he is using on me?" Now that you know what bedbugs can do to you physically and mentally, how can you identify them and avoid them at all costs? Bedbugs are very small in size, resembling the size of an apple seed, but will slightly vary in size depending on their life stage and how much they have fed. If they've recently feasted, you'll find them filled with your blood. Before we go into the telltale signs of the presence of bedbugs, let's first understand where they're most commonly found. A 2018 survey by the National Pest Management (NPMA) indicated the top 3 places pest professionals find bedbugs are single-family homes, 91%, apartments condominiums, 89%, and hotels and motels, 68%. However, the NPMA also lists various other places you should look out for too, as seen here. But for the most part, that means before you decide to buy or rent a place, you may want to hire an inspector to be in the clear. Now, the most concerning place has to be hotels and motels, especially if you're a frequent traveler.
If you're traveling, here's what you do to avoid that.
Upon arriving in your accommodation, flight attendant Cece, who has found bedbugs in an Airbnb in the past, recommends being strategic on where you place your luggage.
First, you can see that there's carpet here and then there's hard floors. So my bags never go past the hard floor onto the carpet and definitely never go onto the bed.
Alternatively, TikToker Devin suggests the bathroom as another safe space.
So like a bathroom is ideal, like you can put your stuff in the bathtub.
Oh, and don't forget to keep your electronics safe too.
This is the inside of a laptop that someone brought to the Genius Bar at Apple like many years ago when my sister worked there.
The next step is checking for bedbug hotspots, the primary concern being the mattress. According to a 2016 study, bedbugs are attracted to body heat, the carbon dioxide we exhale, and odors, making motionless sleeping humans in bed for extended periods an easy spot to feast.
Here's what I do, and I check every single corner, and I've already slept in this bed, so no judgment. This one has a mattress cover. I go carefully, and I check these creases. I do this when the lights are off, and I use my flashlight, and I check the creases. And then I lift up and look underneath here.
Cece also recommends checking fabric headboards, fabric chairs, and fabric attached to luggage racks. It's also important to note bedbugs aren't picky.
So first point of order, if you think that you can only catch bedbugs from a dirty place, just throw that idea right in the trash. You can get bedbugs from a very clean place.
Indeed, any space is fair game, which means secondhand items can also become a problem. As one New Yorker recalled, bedbugs actually were introduced to me because I picked up a very clean-looking, I thought, and smelling nearly new mattress left outside by some neighbors. So what exactly are you looking for? Brace yourselves. These photos we are about to show you may make your stomach turn. A newer infestation can look something like this, where the bugs are hiding along the seams. No sightings of bugs? Check for bloodstains on your sheets and mattress, and droppings which resemble dots made with a black felt tip marker. Droppings can be found anywhere from your mattress, bed frame, crevices of walls, electrical outlets, and more. Larger infestations will be easier to identify, as you'll see many tiny white eggs, heavily stained droppings, tons of exoskeletons that have shed, and even hordes of bedbugs gathering in crevices or creases wherever possible, but more commonly on your mattress or bed frame. If you happen to find these bugs or evidence of them in your hotel or Airbnb room, you should seek immediate action.
Go ahead and call down to the front desk and tell them what you think you have found. I suggest you get another room and then do your checks again.
If you've done your checks but find bites in a linear pattern after a few days, up to 2 weeks later, you've likely been bitten by bedbugs. If you're having trouble identifying your bites, there are many guides with photos online like this one from @OnePest. Some people can withstand the itchiness before they clear up in a week, but if unbearable, pharmacist Nira recommends
your pharmacy may also help you with mild steroid creams or antihistamines to help relieve the itching.
Hotel check, reaction check, the last thing is suitcase check before you enter your home. Entomology professor Deanie Miller suggests using a lint roller on your suitcase, explaining, think about your suitcase and how many other bags it meets on your trip. If you suspect the pests have gotten into your suitcase, this is the most important step.
Put all of your stuff right into a trash bag before you bring it into your living space, and then put all your stuff into the dryer. If you dry your stuff on high heat for like 40 minutes, that will kill bed bugs and bed bug eggs.
If they still manage to make their way into your home, worry not. Check out the EPA's Do-It-Yourself Bedbug Control page or opt for a non-toxic solution by Orkin. And if the infestation is out of your control, you can hire your local pest management professional. But no matter how stressful the situation may seem, Miller offered words of encouragement. Don't let bedbugs take over your mind. The housefly landing on your salad is way more dangerous than having a bedbug walk across your bed. And if you're worried about visiting Paris, there is still hope. The Parisian government has created a global action plan to fight the bedbug infestations, which will extend into 2024. Ending on a light note, one TikToker had a unique solution. Paris, I'm so sorry, but you might have to fight fire with fire. Cockroaches eat bedbugs. Whether you believe bedbugs are harmless or not, one thing's for sure. Sleep tight and don't let the bedbugs bite. What did you think about this story? Let us know in the comments below.